Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome this Tuesday evening. I just realized I was wearing a Full of Hell shirt the other day, too. Oh, fucking.
I don't even have makeup on. My hair is barely dry. It has been a day.
It's been such a day.
This is what I'm giving today. I hope you guys love it. If you
I've
don't,
also had a
that's
day.
okay.
I saw alligators.
Yeah,
and a
you went to
Komodo
the
dragon.
zoo. My day has been a zoo.
Are you saying going to the zoo with a toddler's not hard?
No, it definitely is.
Thank you very much.
It
A toddler
definitely
that
is.
really, really, really wants to pull the wagon despite all my wishes for him to just ride in it.
Kazoo.
That's why I brought it and bought it. So
Yeah, most Mondayest Tuesday ever, and just when I think things settle down,
no,
they don't. So
they never do.
here we are.
We're just vibing. Welcome everybody. This is Apostates Off Topic. If you were looking for something similar to on Sunday, this might not be exactly what you wanted, but stick around because it may just very well be exactly what you needed. So there you go.
Because we all need a palate cleanser after the week.
A palate cleanser.
I need a palate cleanser after today. So, and I spent 3 hours on this PowerPoint for you
She
guys.
spent too long on this PowerPoint.
I'm in my PowerPoint era. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Honestly, I should have put a stop to it. But the kid dragged me outside and we had to be outside. So I didn't really have any say in it.
Once I start, I can't stop. So it's just happening. Before we talk about anything else, thank you to some new members. Katie Coyne.
Oh, yeah. Katie and Irish Fire Eyes were both members of the Terrestrial Kingdom before we even started. And
I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Yucabacho.
There you go.
That's how I'm going to say it. It looks...
Thank you.
It's giving Spanish pronunciation.
Yes. Thank you for everybody here. All our regulars, our members, our new people. We're happy to see so many new people in here.
We appreciate the love we've been receiving.
It has been an honor to be with you.
Yeah, honestly, we've been seeing a lot of people mentioning us all kinds of places all over the internet. We love it. And we appreciate all the nice words that everybody's had for us because, oh, man, it's times like these where you get just mega imposter syndrome and it's easy to second guess yourself. And
Well, not only that, then there's also people who come out of the woodwork and make you feel like shit about yourself. So then there's also that. So
There's
you guys
also
are
that.
the balance to that.
70K. Yeah, we hit 70K. Thank you. It's me from Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico.
Also, shout
Awesome.
out Fundy Fridays is here. James is here. Jen told me I could say this
The Liquid Death definitely came up on Discord.
because she was talking to me earlier today. We are doing a collaboration with James and Jen about this whole 8-passenger situation. So stay tuned for that.
Kay the Geeky Angel, welcome to the Terrestrial Kingdom. Yes, stay tuned for that.
God bless you.
Grid bless you.
Grid bless you. And if you'd like to support us even further, become a member, join the Patreon. There's exclusive content for you there. We have exclusive videos that's not available to anybody else.
Elaine Gardner, welcome to the Terrestrial Kingdom.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you do get access to the exclusive content if we have a new as in it's not been public yet, but I posted a video that we're going to upload tomorrow. You can go check that out right now if you remember. Otherwise, you can check it out tomorrow. We'll do our usual premiere with the live chat and everything. So that's always a lot of fun. Yeah.
And let's clarify, it's not an 8-passengers video. It's a video that we filmed before all the 8-passenger shit hit the fan. So this one is about Not Enough Nelsons, who are also very controversial Mormon bloggers.
Oh, no, Sweetie No was...
Oh, Sweetie No.
Oh, Sweetie No, sorry. Was in... when I popped in after I got things situated, she was in Natalie Lawyer Chick's
cool.
chat, and she was trying to help us make the connection. So shout out to her.
We did connect, so thank you for that.
Yep. Bianca Florence, also welcome to the Terrestrial Kingdom, and Nicole Hughes, all the way from Aotearoa. We love it. Thank you.
So we have food on the way also. So yeah, that's the video tomorrow. Not enough Nelsons. So they're another controversial YouTuber, and they did some really screwed up shit recently.
Yeah.
That was getting a lot of attention before all the 8 passengers stuff dropped, which I'm kind of disappointed because Not Enough Nelsons doesn't get shit often enough.
know. Now they're gonna dodge the fucking
and now it's drowned out in all the 8
strays,
passenger stuff.
yeah.
So
hopefully we could do that.
but we will not forget. We will not forget.
Caroline is reading Fourth Wing.
Hell yeah, Caroline.
Shout out. We love Fourth Wing. Jordan's wearing her Basgiath War College.
Literally.
We call that crew neck. I'm trying to hurry this along because I'm in the last hour and a half of ACOTAR, and I'm losing my fucking mind, bro. So anyway,
if you're new here, I'm a huge reader. McKay, I've just dragged McKay into reading with me. If you follow us on Instagram, I post all of my books on there. I have a designated Instagram for books too, but follow us on our Instagram for sure. Also, shout out to everybody who enjoyed McKay's reading of the unhinged comment from last night. I've never gotten so many DMs at once. That was very funny. Thinking we need to do a Patreon video
of those.
Yeah. Where
We'll have to
McKay just
dig
reads
deep.
unhinged comments.
We'll have to dig deep. There's some... I like doing it every so often. It's just so funny. And it's funny because I start doing that when I'm reading it to Jordan, and then she's like, wait. And makes me record it.
Yes. Yes. He does it unprompted, and then I make him stop.
Yeah.
I do have Goodreads. You can find me on Goodreads. Also, that is on our link tree, I'm pretty sure, on our Instagram account at Jordan and McKay. And then there was something I saw earlier. Oh, I was in Natalie's chat earlier. She was so excited when she saw your message. Can't wait for the collab. Yay. That's so sweet. We're excited to work with her. So yeah, and there's 462 of you here. And if you have questions about the 8 passenger stuff, we won't be addressing that tonight because this is our off topic palette cleanser from that. But I presented you a thorough PowerPoint that's almost 4 hours long.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So if you have, and I put timestamps in there. So if you're looking for specific things, go in there. So that's there, available for you. I'm glad it was mostly well received.
The library is open. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Rebecca, I don't read physical books because I have ADHD and I'm really slow as fuck. So I would rather get through things in a timely manner than than struggle to read the physical words because I don't care that much. It's all the same to me. I got the whole thing going on in my brain. It made me miss my exit today. I wasn't paying attention. I was like, oh shit.
No,
and
that's
of course
funny.
I was in traffic. I was like, God damn.
That is funny. Okay, so here's my thoughts on tonight. So I've created a PowerPoint. If you haven't watched what we've been doing up to this point,
it's going to make no sense.
It's going to be a little bit confusing, but I'll try to keep you looped in as much as possible. Basically, there's a show, a YouTube show that came out a few years ago called Provo's Most Eligible. It is a remake of The Bachelor, but Mormon Provo edition. And
originally, the title of the show was Bachelor of Provo, but they caught a cease and desist from the network that airs The Bachelor, and they had to change the name. So it is the same like idea and everything like that.
Yep. So that being said, it's super cringy and hilarious, and we love it. And so we've been reacting to it for the last while. And we're finally to the end of the second season, which is the only season, like the last season that they did. And so I have created a PowerPoint from all the cast members of season 2 to show you where they are now. And I tried my best to determine whether or not they were still Mormon. So I did my very best with that. Some of them were obvious, some were not. Some people are on private, so there's not much I can do. But for the most part, I found everyone, and which I was really happy about. So that's what I have in the PowerPoint. And then I will put the link for the Discord in the chat right now, since somebody was asking. This is the link for our Discord.
It should just be down below.
Well, I just put it in the chat because it's easy.
Either way. It's in the description always,
So that's that, and then we also have the post
Malone.
Balone.
Post Balone.
We also have the after show that they always do of talking to the cast members, and then which we'll watch right now, and then after that we'll do the PowerPoint, and then as part of the PowerPoint, McKay and I were finishing up after our last Provo's Most Eligible stream. McKay and I were doing something. And I was like, I seem to remember somebody telling me that Ellie made a video about Provo's Most Eligible. So McKay and I watched it.
It was her last upload.
McKay and I watched it. And boy, do we have some tea.
There's
for
some
you.
good tea from that.
Oh my God, there was shit we missed.
Also, we were too harsh on Ellie. I'm gonna admit, watching her videos, I'm like, yeah, that was.
I retract my bitchiness.
Completely different person not on that show. So it was
Definitely.
just everybody's there, and yeah, poor editing and all this kinds of shit. So.
Oh, and major tea. You guys are gonna die. So let's watch the Q&A first, and then we'll do the PowerPoint.
Hell yeah. Okay, is everybody ready? Also, I have to check on the food. We had to order tonight because we got hit with a I'm hungry right as we were getting into pajamas. So I had to order it, and I need to see where we're at real quick. Okay, they're pretty quick. Pretty close here, but I will make sacrifices. That's all right. Were there any pressing questions about the subject at hand before we start?
I will answer questions in the chat if they come up to try not to interrupt the flow of information.
Yeah, watch it at 1.5 speed later. We love a reunion. Same. This is our comfort show. It's just... They have merch on it because they decided to lean into the jokes. And their merch was Binge the Cringe. Oh, while I'm waiting for questions to roll in, you folks have put in the work for the last few days. Love that we get this break. Carly, a.k.a. Nomo with FOMO, P.S.
Oh, yeah.
McKay, loved your reading of the unhinged comment. Thank you, Carly.
Thank you.
Appreciate ya.
We appreciate it, especially today. It was much needed to have all you lovely people here supporting us because that makes all the difference. So,
what's for dinner? Qdoba bowls. Shout out. Oh my God, it's here right now. Anyway.
Cool.
Do you want me to start this?
Yeah, if you give me the mouse.
See.
Come to the front. We're going to have Ellie, B, and Lauren come and take a
make sure
seat
audio's
as
set
we
up.
start our
Looks
Men's
good.
Tell All event. We are joined by
Before I do that.
our friends from the...
Guys.
Unhinged comment is on our
I
Instagram.
remembered the captions immediately. Please clap.
Hive. We have Meg and Eli here to help me interview. And we're going to get things started.
Ellie, what is your and Scott's relationship like now?
So after the show ended, we dated till the end of August.
There's more than just this, though.
We did go to Georgia. I met the family, came home, and we broke up. So
She just laid it all out.
Do you want to tell us why? I mean, I think people would be interested to know.
Yeah, so technically I'd say he broke up with me, but it ended up being pretty mutual. We just decided that we weren't the best fit for each other, and it wouldn't be the best long term, and we were just kind of looking for different things. So
you're not...
Can we talk about how queen Lauren looks? Like, oh my God. I am obsessed with her so much.
Dating now, what's the status of your relationship or communications at this point?
With Scott?
Yeah.
I can see him over there.
That's about it.
I see him over there. That's all.
Awkward.
Yeah, we don't really talk.
Are you dating anyone else?
No comment.
T.
Get it, Ellie.
Good on you.
Can we have Scott please come forward and join us
Oh.
on stage? Scott, everybody, let's give him a warm.
Hello, Scott.
Oh, he looks the same.
So, Scott, we just heard
Why is he?
kind of Ellie's side of the story. Does it
Why is he palming his cup of water like it's a fucking solo cup with a drink in it?
match with you? What kind of happened for you after the finale?
Yeah, I think it matches very well. I think you did a good job explaining things. We had a great time right after the show ended. It was really nice to be away from the cameras, away from all the structure of the show, and really get to know each other better. And it was a good time. Made a lot of good memories. Went to Georgia, like she said. Ultimately, we just weren't really the best fit, and that's why you date, to figure out if you're a good fit or not. And our personalities just didn't really line up, and we were in different places in life. And like she said, it just wasn't going to be the best long-term thing. So I voiced my concerns to her, and she thought about them for a couple of days, and we
Blonde in the
mutually
middle
agreed
is
to
B.
end things, and I think it ended well, and it was a good experience. We both learned a lot, and I'm glad it happened.
How did your relationship change once you...
If you are new to this, there's a lot of animosity towards Scott because he is just kind of a prick sometimes. And then, like, completely unprovoked, he's doing a talking head, and he just, like, whips out a little MAGA hat and throws it on. Absolutely 100% out of context, just like, okay, buddy.
were off camera?
There were no cameras.
But were the dynamics different between you two?
Oh, things were more real, I would say. It was hard to really get to know each other with the camera there. So we got to see a more natural side of each other, and that was really nice. It was great. So things didn't change drastically, but things were more natural, and that was a good thing. That's really the reason those first couple weeks after the show were so great.
All right. So, Ellie, is there anything you'd like to say to Scott before we wrap up, or do we agree it was on mutual terms? We're in a good place now between you two. Any unresolved business we want to talk about?
I don't have anything to say.
I would just say thanks for the experience. It was really good. I say if I could go back to the beginning of the summer and do it all over again, I would. And I think we had a good time. I think we learned a lot, and I'm grateful for it.
Ditto.
Everybody give it up for Scott. Thank you, Scott, for joining us.
Boo.
Ellie kind of reminds me of Kristen Bell.
A little bit.
A little bit. If Kristen Bell and Morgan had a baby.
Yeah.
I got one more thing to say. Epstein didn't kill himself.
And then here we go. With
So,
it.
B,
It's,
you're next.
interesting take.
So,
Coming
yeah,
from
just
him.
tell us a little bit about what happened after the cameras turned off, after the show was over. What happened with you and Walker?
So, you could see in some of the interviews that I didn't see is that he wasn't ready for or wasn't ready or wanting a relationship, and I didn't know that.
Here's my beef for those of you that are new. This is B. She's very lovely, and she had two guys at the end pining after her. One of them was a prick, and the other was a very nice gentleman that I actually loved. And she went with the prick, and the prick changed his mind about her for the most part, like in the last week or so before she made the decision to pick him. So she's got to be, I said this last week, she's got to be watching that back and looking at it and going, oh my God.
What the fuck?
I picked this guy, and he's out here in his fucking talking head saying, like, I don't really know. And she's, like, out here dissing this other guy who was a really good guy for him.
Yep. Hashtag justice for Keaton in the chat, because
Hell yeah.
absolutely despicable. We do not fuck with Walker. Walkie-talkie, get your ass out of here, bud.
Could sense that he, I felt like something was kind of off the night of the finale, and I could sense some hesitation there. I still wanted to go forward with a relationship with him, but afterwards I pulled him aside and we talked, and that's when he voiced some of these concerns about, we're at different places, is that going to cause a problem, and, how maybe have we didn't know each other before going on a dating show together with cameras around all the time. So we decided we would take things at a more natural pace. I think that meant something different to him than it did to me, and so we, after the show, kind of had different ideas on our mind.
Just the way that she's talking, I don't know if this is true, but
Just say he was a dick.
This feels like it's a difficult thing for her.
Yeah.
Which makes me really sad, because she had a lot of difficult kind of times on the show.
She did.
From what we're seeing shown. So makes me really sad that it ended up like that. Like, even if she didn't end up like continuing on with Keaton or anything like that, but at least I feel like they could have been more of a genuine separation or something like that.
About what was going to happen going forward.
What do I know?
Caused a lot of problems, and we just didn't last. It didn't work out. Anybody else sweaty, or is that just me?
It's hot in here. What do you wish he would have told you prior to the finale?
Well, I think that it would have been a little bit less. I think maybe it just having had him voice the concerns that he did in his interviews. He talked about how he wasn't really sure how he was going to talk about those things with me, and I don't remember him bringing it up because I remember just being really surprised. But I think it just would have helped my mindset going into it.
Life pro tip, don't date a guy who collects eggnog
Was there a
cartons.
moment after the show ended, after a little bit, that you and Walker sat down and talked about your relationship and he voiced those concerns to you? Did that conversation end up happening?
Yeah, a couple times. I think Walker and I are a square peg and round hole, and it just wasn't a good fit.
Any
You're too
contact
good
with
for
Keaton?
him.
Hang on, we're gonna bring Keaton up in a second, actually. But first, can we have Walker come join us down here?
Oh my God, Walker's here?
The way that he is showing his face in this hall right now,
Embarrassing.
he had better be beat red when he gets on that stage. Oh, he goes in for the hug?
Nah.
Buddy. I hope he has to eat Dairy Queen chicken nuggets for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
he
really
cut his
sweaty.
hair
Welcome, Julie.
to the terrestrial kingdom.
Walker, why did you not
Tomatoes
have
in chat.
a conversation with B before the final ceremony?
That's a really good question. I'm trying to remember exactly back to it, but I thought we actually did after my mom and I spoke. B and I talked about it at the house, and do you remember, like, outside by the cars?
What?
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus. I don't remember having it. It very well could have happened. I just don't remember. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus.
No, I understand that, and that's fine.
Buddy,
Remember
if
when
she's
we were out by the cars, like what?
buddy,
What?
I think it would have made better TV if I had hidden my feelings. But honestly, like I said, what my mother
No, it
means to
wouldn't.
me means the world, and what she said really messed up with my head. and I think it almost changed my entire demeanor from the previous episodes, and I think that kind of threw everyone for a loop. And yeah, but in my recollection, I think I did mention a little bit to B what my mother said. Apparently she doesn't remember it, but
Why did you not make it more clear? Even
Right.
in the moment when she was expressing
Thank
her
you.
feelings to
Who's
you.
this? Did anybody say who that was while I was gone?
No.
Mom said I can't.
Well, if you remember, that's literally what happened. She was like, Walker, don't you think you're at different places in life? Because B graduated from college and is a whole ass ER nurse. And Walker hadn't even graduated from college yet. So she raised a fair point, but it's kind of a diss to her own kid.
Yeah. It's tough love, Jordan.
Needs tough something.
Not the gaslighting.
Knew you had those hesitations.
well, honestly, I just feel so bad
Look at
because
her body
our
language. She's
interaction
so
was
annoyed.
different than the other two.
Oh my God. She should be. She's 100%
Look at her face.
justified in this.
I feel so bad.
This was after the premiere, like sometime after the premiere of everything. Based on the upload, real quick, let's just look. This was November 2023, which is right after the last episodes aired. So they probably had it all set up so like a week after they could do this little panel or whatever, because they filmed everything in like July.
Don't say it.
Or they ended up wrapping up in July, and then they did this. They were premiering in throughout October and November, I think.
But in my mind, I thought that I was doing the right thing because it was a dating show. It is an experiment to create love. It's not if they're picking the right person for you, it's picking the right person or the best person there.
It's not that deep, Doug.
And so I thought by saying, I'm not going to tell someone I love them after 6 weeks with cameras in my face. So I thought what I was doing in my mind was rational and intelligent and something that we could move forward emotionally and be like emotionally mature. But apparently, obviously on
Look
TV,
at Lauren
it
and
doesn't look
Ellie.
good, and I understand that. But I should have communicated
Ellie's
better with her
face.
that I was afraid that
She's almost laughing.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Thanks,
what my
Julia.
mother said really hit home. But like I said to her, and what B said, honestly, I think we both had very different expectations going off the show. I was like, okay, the cameras are out of our face. There's no more guys. Let's take things how we want it. And we both had very busy schedules, so it didn't work out. But B was like, I picked you. There's no more Keaton. I want to spend time with you. And looking back on it, I really messed up. And no matter what I say, I know that B is right in this.
Wow.
So after the cameras turned off and you guys continued your relationship after the show, did you guys have a conversation later on about your feelings? How long did it take for that to happen? Did you see her? It sounds like you didn't see her very often after the show ended.
Grill him, Remy.
So we were able to hang out like twice immediately after the show. We went hot tubbing and we went to a social gathering at a couple friends' house. But then after that, we would talk every day
Lauren's trying not to laugh.
for a while until I started getting very, very, very bad at communication. It was a very busy part in my life. And
Jordan, what does that mean?
I didn't want to communicate.
I'm away from my phone. I think I'm on my phone too much. Mm-hmm. Who used to say that?
You.
I wouldn't text her back for long periods of time,
Justice for Keaton.
and then that would frustrate her, and then that would obviously result on me, and then we would get in these little arguments, and then by the time we actually met up in a coffee shop and we expressed our feelings,
A coffee
shop? What?
This is not a Mormon dating show.
it was already too late.
B, is there anything you'd like to say to Walker right now?
First off,
How dare you?
how dare you?
Any questions that you have for him? If not, we'll move on.
Don't give him the satisfaction.
I think that Walker has a good heart. I think that we have very different perspectives. you know, it very well may have been.
Basically, you guys, what that means is that he's full of shit. Anytime I hear a couple in therapy say, we just have different perspectives, I know I'm in for it.
But because we think about things so differently, maybe I didn't understand it the way he was trying to explain it. And I think maybe that's a theme throughout our
Girl, don't
relationship,
take
is that
blame. Don't take
Seriously.
blame for him.
we're never quite on the same page. But I think he has a good heart, and it's all good.
She should have blown up. That's just my opinion.
Thank you for joining us, Walker. You can take a seat now. Thanks
She
so much.
literally said, maybe it was just on me for not understanding.
Can we now have
How he
Keaton
was
join us up here on stage?
They didn't do that for Walker, did they? I might be misremembering.
For Colin?
Oh, is it for Colin?
Keaton.
Second chance.
I love him.
I gotta say something first. That was hard. That was hard to watch. The finale, and I
Redemption.
throughout the whole season, I saw everything the way you guys were seeing it, but it was kind of like the flip side of the coin, and the other side is kind of what I experienced. It was still the same coin, but there was just so much that I feel like didn't show you what I was really feeling. But Keaton is really great. This is what I'm sorry. This is so hard. This is what I'm trying to say, is I feel like it made it look like I knew from the beginning that I wanted to choose Walker, and I just let Keaton, get strung along, and then he got...
I never for a moment thought that.
I kind of did.
Right at the beginning,
I did.
when things were going crazy, but at the end, I wasn't very sure.
Up there, and that sucked for everybody, and I know that sucked for him. And I hope you know me well enough as a person to know that I would have never done that intentionally. The truth is that by come finale time, I feel like our relationship had fizzled, and I really I didn't think that he was that invested. I didn't think that he cared that much about the outcome. I didn't know that he liked me as much.
Look at her feet.
It was so clear to you guys that he did, and that played a big role in my decision, and that also played a factor in me not really warning him. And I should have, I'm sorry, that sucked, and I should have done things differently, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What a class
Hey,
act.
Keaton. Good to see you.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
He lives
I love
here in
him
Austin.
so much.
So have you two had any contact?
Yeah, we've hung out as friends a few times outside of the show. That's because B and I are really good friends.
Any
That's
potential
epic.
for more than that
Okay.
from either of you?
I think with B, every person I've ever dated, I've learned so much, and that's why I appreciate B so much. I learned so much from her, and she has a lot of qualities with that I want. But she's been so supportive throughout this entire experience, and it's hard. This whole thing is really, really difficult, and it's tough to think rationally, even after everything has been going on, because during the filming we would have loved to be like, hey, this is how I acted in week 1. Twitter, what do you think? Should I keep acting like this, or should I change it up a little bit? That's just not reality. We would have loved to have that experience, but we've hung out a few times, and I respect her and I admire her, and we have a great friendship.
Okay, so B just told us that she felt like maybe what the audience saw was a little bit different than what you were experiencing, or at least looked a little bit different. Do you feel like what the audience saw was an accurate reflection of what you were experiencing?
Yes. People approach these types of things differently. And I was very tactful from the beginning. I was very careful because I knew eventually 60, 70, 80, 100,000 people were going to see what was happening. And so
That was kind of an overestimate, I think.
I really cared about B from the beginning, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't hurt her in any way. So anything I felt, any reservation, I told her. Maybe that scared her at the end, or maybe I don't know exactly how that happened, but
Which is ironic because
that was my approach.
look at the pickle that we're in right now.
The pickle.
The pickle that we're in because Walker wasn't honest and didn't share what he was feeling, and B picked him, and now they're broken up, and Keaton did share his feelings, which pushed her away, and now they're in their position that they're in now. So it's like, this is not
Take a walk, Metallica.
a conducive to healthy dating experience, as is really any bachelor that you watch. But
Yeah.
So the whole situation.
So you two spent some time together after the show ended. Were there any hard feelings from you, Keaton? And is there a possibility of you two dating? And if there isn't, why not?
There is zero animosity towards B and I. I admire her, and she's been such a trooper. And there's a reason why she's gained such a fan base, and it's because she is such a special person. Right now, we are friends, and I'm happy for that, and I want that to continue, and I'm appreciative of her.
Would you two be willing to go on a date sometime?
Thanks, Sage.
We've communicated outside the show, and we know where we're both at. So
God, thank God
B,
for
do you have
somebody
anything
having
you'd like
some
to say to
fucking
Keaton
privacy for once.
Before
I know.
Yeah, if I had chosen you in the finale, do you think you would have been ready for a relationship, or would you have wanted to
Absolutely.
like pump the brakes and feel it out?
Immediately right away. Probably I would have just kept going at the pace we were going, and I would have kept communicating with her. And that's the thing, is there's a lot of could have, should have, would have. A lot of people want to maybe imagine this and say, like, if Keaton and B were to, like,
I think our neighbors are.
What neighbors?
I think they're doing the fence.
Oh.
Here, I'll let you do it.
My turn.
There you go.
Sorry, everyone.
Sorry, everyone.
if B picked Keaton, like, things could have worked out.
Pregnant with our first child by now.
Yeah, everything. It'd be this fantasy, right? But this is reality. I could have easily been in the hot seat. I could have easily been the guy who said something and then I didn't mean it, or it's so. I would have loved to have kept dating you. I don't know how else to answer that question. Sorry, I'm on the spot.
Yeah. No, you did good.
Is there anything else B you'd like to add?
Thank you for everything.
No, I appreciate it.
Thanks for doing the show.
Oh,
Thank you, Keaton. You can take a seat.
so
now.
cute. He's so cute, y'all.
Real quick, can we all just give Remington a round of applause? Because this is like, he did so much work.
Remy.
He's the reason that we're here. So thanks, Remy. I know you've gone through a lot, so we appreciate you. I never thought I'd be like B and feel like I'm going to vomit.
Oh, yeah.
I do. I feel that. So yes. Do you have a bucket?
So, Lauren, what happened with you and Jake after the show ended?
So Jake and I, we were supposed to go to Oregon, and they ended up not having room in their car for me, I guess.
What?
Not really sure. How much?
Okay, I'm sorry. What? They didn't have a room in their car for me? Girl, they invited you on the damn trip. So, I don't care if grandma's getting strapped to the roof. You were invited on this trip. Oh my God.
Of an excuse that was, or if that was real, I don't know. We didn't go. I'm not throwing him under the bus. I don't know. And so I know when he was gone, I think he did a lot of thinking, and I felt like he got really distant. And I've pretty much every guy I've ever dated, long distance has just not gone well for me. So I think I was trying to be more patient because I was like, maybe it's me being too clingy. So I tried to like just give a lot of space to it, and it wasn't bad. It just was like, I don't know what's going on. And then like he got back into town, and we didn't really like I was really excited to see him, and he was like excited, but kind of took his time getting back. And so I was just kind of in my head. And the next day was Sunday. I remember I like went to church feeling sad I didn't see him the night he got back, and I finally expressed with some advice from friends that I should tell him that I'm like kind of upset or like feeling bad. And so he ended up coming over, and it ended up being a breakup conversation that we both didn't anticipate. And
what the hell? Oh my God. This is like, because if we all recall, Jake was like head over MF heels for this woman, as anyone should be, because she's a freaking catch and out of his league. That's very, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like very not cute of me to say, but you know what? I can't believe that he let that happen when he was so obsessed with her. Like, where does it all fall apart? Like, the show ends and then they all just give up. Like, none of the women really played any role in this, it does not seem. Except for maybe Ellie, because she had to, like, decide what to do with Scott. And God, the tea you guys on with her videos with Scott, it's fucking bonkers. Gave me some feelings about Remington too. So I don't know how to feel about this. I'm seeing people want me to replay it for McKay, which we can do. When he gets back, we'll rewatch it again. But yeah, Karen, I'm agreeing. Jake felt impulsive, like he went full into it too quick and then lost steam. So maybe, yeah, sounds like a bit of a slow fade going on. So I'm not sure what's happening there. There is kind of Remy tea. It doesn't ruin Remy for anyone, but I have some feelings about it. So don't worry. Let's keep going so we can get to that.
I kind of initiated it, mostly because I could tell he was distant, and he kind of thought about it and then agreed. So it was like kind of mutual at first. And then I like went back like a week later and was like, hey, like, I don't know, like I feel like we were like really good. We really were best friends. Like, he was my best friend. He actually would like give me advice about other guys on my team. I'd be like, I need to talk to friend Jake. And he'd be like, okay, I'm listening. And I'd be like, what do I do with Austin or whatever? And he's like, I think you should give it a shot. Go out with him. Like, you need to know. So he was like a really, really good friend to me. And
where the fuck did this go wrong? I'm so confused. Like, that's such a wholesome thing to be doing. And then to just like let it all fall apart.
Anyway, so I tried to go back and say like we should work on things. The first week it was kind of like maybe sometime in the future, and I felt okay with that because we were both at weird places. And then another week later, I think I took him on a pretty cool date, and I think he still was just checked out. So yeah.
If we could have Jake come forward now and join us on stage.
This is so awkward. I feel like I'm gonna puke for every single one of these girls. Why did he do this?
Okay. Neither.
Okay,
oh my
Jake,
gosh,
so
did you
let's
guys hear that?
Your side.
I don't know if that was loud enough for you guys to hear, and I don't know if the captions caught it, but she said, "Are you okay?" And he said, "No," and she said, "Me neither." So if you didn't catch that.
The story, what kind of happened after the show ended?
Do y'all have a bleep button?
We can add it in post.
I mean, I won't. Just in case, you know. Bless up.
I have no idea where this is going. What is happening?
Okay, sorry. Okay, hi. Guys, I'm Jake. Okay.
Is he gonna cry?
So, thank you.
Or is he like
So,
laughing?
what happened?
Why is he breathing into the
Started
mic?
with Oregon. Lauren's correct. I invited Lauren to Oregon before consulting my parents, and it was a big family trip.
Oh my God. This is the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen.
sister was about to go on her mission, and when talking with them, they that was one concern, that we didn't have space in our car, and the second was that they really wanted this to kind of be that last family trip. And so we did that, and before I went, Lauren and I had a conversation about like kind of like being separate and being like long distance and stuff. And the plan that we kind of came up with was texting every day, Marco Poloing, FaceTiming, you know, kind of the whole 9 yards. And that was something that happened while we were gone.
Oh, look at her face. I don't think that happened.
I text Lauren, we Marco Poloed every day. I mean, we talked a lot from my perspective.
There's that word again.
Coming back from Oregon, there were some miscommunications on timing and stuff like that. And when I finally saw Lauren that night, you know, driving 10 hours, well, I was supposed to see her that night. We drove like 10 hours home, and I was, you know, talking with my parents.
For those who don't know, Marco Polo is a back and forth like video messaging app. So it's basically like it's just like texting except with videos. So you record a video, send it, other person responds with a video, and you just kind of go back and forth.
So at the end, we had, you know, one of those good old parent heart-to-hearts. You saw my dad. He likes to talk. But
nobody's laughing.
We had a long talk, and I told Lauren that I was coming back to Provo, and then I ended up staying like an extra hour in Alpine with my parents. And
well, what was that? That was more than an hour.
I text you at 9 o'clock.
Oh, now we're gonna get into stipulation.
I was in Provo at 10:47. Okay.
Uh-oh. What'd I miss? Does he have a beard?
I don't know, but everybody wants you to rewatch Lauren's segment.
So
you guys are gonna do that? You just want my opinion, or
I mean,
how far back is it?
It's a minute.
Just 1 minute?
No, like it's...
Oh, like a ways back? Hold on. Remember where we're at right now. 24:51. This is with Keaton right here. Our neighbor is going to Brigham City this weekend.
So what, they don't want people to break into their house?
Oh, just he is for work. I was like, I'm sorry.
He's the reason that we're here, so thanks, Remy. I know you've gone through a lot, so
Remy,
we appreciate
Can you put it on 2X?
I can put it on 2X. This is just for me, right? So
yes, this is just for you.
I will put it on 2X so we can speed back up.
I never thought I'd be like, do you feel like I'm gonna vomit? Oh yeah, I do. I feel that. So let's. Yes. Do you have a bucket?
So Lauren, what happened with you and Jake after the show ended?
So so Jake and I, we were supposed to go to Oregon, and they ended up not having room in their car for me, I guess. Not really sure.
They didn't have any room in the car for her?
How much of an
Okay, we got our luggage, we got our toiletries, we got What are we missing? Oh, Lauren.
I said strap
Lauren.
grandma to the roof. You invited Lauren.
Dumbass.
So that was real. I don't know. We didn't go. I'm not throwing him under the bus. I don't know. And so I know when he was gone, I think he did a lot of thinking, and I felt like he got really distant. And I've pretty much every guy I've ever dated, long distance has just not gone.
Boo.
So I think I was trying to be more patient because I was like, maybe it's me being too clingy. So I tried to like just give a lot of space to it, and it wasn't bad. It just was like, I don't know what's going on. And then like he got back into town, and we didn't really like I was really excited to see him, and he was like excited, but kind of took his time getting back. And so I was just kind of in my head. And the next day was Sunday. I remember I like went to church, feeling excited to see him the night he got back, and I finally expressed with some advice from friends that I should tell him I'm like kind of upset or like feeling bad. And so he ended up coming over, and it ended up being a breakup conversation that we both didn't anticipate. And I kind of initiated it, mostly because I could tell he was distant, and he kind of thought about it and then agreed. So it was like kind of mutual at first. And then I like went back like a week later and was like, hey, like I don't know, like I feel like we were like really good. We really were best friends. Like he was my best friend. He actually would like give me advice about other guys on my team. I'd be like, I need to talk to friend Jake, and he'd be like, okay, I'm listening. And I'd be like, what about you with Austin or whatever? And he's like, I think you should give it a shot. Go out with him. Like you need to know. So he was like a really really good friend to me. And anyways, I tried to go back and say like we should work on things. The first week it was kind of like maybe sometime in the future, and I felt okay with that because we were both at weird places. And then another week later, I think I took him on a pretty cool date, and I think he still was just checked out. So yeah.
If we can have Jake come forward now and join us.
She took him on a pretty cool date.
Yeah, she didn't elaborate on that.
Oh, damn.
So now you gotta take it off to X because there's some weird stuff that happens here. I want you to listen to the audio when he comes up because it's fairly quiet.
This is so disappointing.
Okay. Neither.
Okay, Jake. So let's hear.
Did you hear it? That's all you heard?
No. Do I need to do it again?
She said, "Are you okay?" And he said, "No." And she said, "Me neither."
Okay. Neither.
Oh, no.
Okay, Jake. So let's hear your side of the story. What kind of happened after the show ended?
This is so
Do y'all have a
chaotic.
bleep button?
We can add it in post.
I mean, I
Dude, did he take a shot before he came here? Wasn't he the one who was kind of like on the... Or was that Keaton?
That was what?
Like almost slurring their words at the finale?
No, that wasn't
Who was
Keaton.
that?
Somebody was slurring
Was that
their words
Jay?
at the
Yeah.
finale?
Remember we were like, dude, is this guy drunk? What did he do?
Well, Jen just said a few minutes ago, I want whatever strain he's smoking, clearly.
No, I did see Walker act like a douche. I was there.
I won't. Just in case, you know.
Just in
Bless
case.
Okay.
Bless
Sorry.
Man, he really is. He's got the fanny pack, too. He's like,
Hi, guys. I'm Jake. Okay. Okay.
B looks worried. B's like, check his bag. I don't know what's in there.
I would be worried. What is he doing?
What is happening?
This is fun.
No way. Is he crying?
So,
That's literally what I said.
Oh my god.
so what happened?
Take your face away from the mic, honey. Just a little.
Okay. Starting with Oregon. Lauren's correct. I invited Lauren
Lauren's
to
correct.
Oregon before consulting my parents. And it was a big family trip.
Buddy, what?
My sister was about to go on her mission, and when talking with them, they that was one concern, that we didn't have space in our car, and the second was that they really wanted this to kind of be that.
Can you not drive? Do you have a driver's license? Drive another car.
Real
If
talk.
you wanted it so much. This sounds like a cover.
Last family trip. And so we did that, and before I went, Lauren and I had a conversation about like kind of like being separate and being like long distance and stuff.
Crack in the fanny pack.
And the plan that we kind of came up with was
You've heard of Elf on the Shelf. Get ready for crack in the fanny. Yes, I'm glad you made me repay it.
texting
Thank
every
you.
day, Marco Poloing, FaceTiming, you know, kind of the whole 9 yards. And that was something that happened while we were gone. I text Lauren.
Oop.
We Marco Poloed every day. I mean, we talked a lot from my perspective. Coming back from Oregon, coming back from Oregon, there were some miscommunications. On
how long was
timing and
this
stuff like that.
trip?
It's a good question.
Like,
And when I finally saw Lauren that night, driving 10 hours, well, I was supposed to see her that night. We drove like 10 hours home, and I was, talking with my parents at the end. We
can't fit
had,
in the
one of those
car.
good old parent heart.
I just read it. It's just so sad. Like,
Lauren can't fit in the car.
oh my god.
Hearts. You saw my dad. He likes to talk. But
No one laughs.
we had a long talk, and I told Lauren that I was coming back to Provo, and then I ended up staying like an extra hour in Alpine with my parents. And
Bro's talking hours. Like,
Did you see her correction?
oh no, I didn't.
and
3 hours.
I text you at 9 o'clock.
It's okay.
I was in Provo at 10:47. Okay.
Damn.
Yikes,
dude.
look at B's face. She's like, oh god.
Look at this. This is. Oh man, I feel bad for everybody in this room.
Nurse B trying to triage.
So then the next day we went over and we talked. I was not planning on breaking up with Lauren. Wasn't planning on
This
that.
just sounds
Wasn't
like
planning on anything.
Jen, yes.
Real talk. Somebody in the comments were like, Jordan, you should stop with the vocal fry. It's going to hurt your voice. I'm like,
What is my vocal fry?
I don't know. This is just how she talks. So is she just going to talk herself into inability to talk? Like,
What are they saying?
I have
What
no
does that even
idea.
mean?
And during that talk, it just kind of became clear that what Lauren wanted, what she needed in her life, was very, very different from what I wanted and needed. And that was honestly one of the hardest moments of my life, because I was like, you guys saw, we were in
This
love,
sounds
we were
like
best
I'm
friends.
sorry.
a high person being like, that was one of the hardest moments of my life.
this is this is Andy going, this is one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I haven't had a very hard life.
And
I have to say this stuff because we really liked Jake.
We do. God.
So for him to just fumble so bad. Yeah.
you get to a point where it's just like, we love each other.
Do you?
But what we want is different.
This sounds like
and that's
the dad explaining to the whole family why they're getting divorced.
With the 3 kids, look at their faces. This is the 3 stages of grief right here.
Depression, anxiety, what
Anger.
are you anger, and trying not to laugh is the last one.
Bargaining.
Bargaining. Drugs
There's
were
more than
bad.
3, but
That's kind of how it ended.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot to say.
So, there was some space, and then you realized that your interests were different, and kind of the direction you wanted to go in the relationship was different, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Lauren,
you
is there
took
anything
10
you'd like
minutes to
say
say that, and Remy
before
said it in
wrapping
10
up?
seconds. So, thank you for that.
Remy's like, thank you for the long, drawn-out general conference talk there, Jacob. Thank you. He's grieving not being able to do drugs on stage.
I just want to say
Prank him, John. Get him, Lauren. Let's hear it.
there's like no hard feelings. I feel like afterwards, when it ended, I felt like I know that I deserve someone that will fight for me, and I've been through enough crap to like not deserve that. And I didn't know really at the time why we broke up. He actually texted me last week kind of saying like that, he wants to live in these places that I might not super love, which I think is something you can work through. And he talked about wanting to live in apartments, and I want a house. But the thing that really kicked me was saying that he might not want kids, and I want to be a mom. So that was where I was like, okay. Like,
wow, he doesn't want kids?
Sounds to me like Jakey Wakey might be going through a little bit more than what we're bargaining for here.
Jakey Wakey and Bakey?
Yeah. I mean, not wanting kids and then the apartment house thing sounds like we're having like I want a bachelor.
Yeah, right.
It out for a little longer, which is totally fair. But girl's already been divorced once. She wants to settle down. She wants to have kids. She wants to be a mom. So, like, why stand in the way?
Right.
No, I needed this closure, but it gave me closure. It also made me...
Dude, Jake is definitely going through something. He changed his hair color.
He's going through it right now. I don't know what it is.
He's going through it right now.
Miss him a lot more, knowing that they were like...
It's giving
actual
faith
reasons
crisis,
rather than
right?
being like, I just don't like you. So it kind of, like, made it hard knowing it was just more...
Is this like the Mountain America Center or something? Or is it sponsored by Mountain America?
I wouldn't be surprised.
That, it was just more like, for a logical reason that I agreed with. I wish I knew sooner, maybe. And I didn't realize it'd be so hard to watch that scene between us, but I actually cried. So I miss my best friend, but I know that it's for the best.
All right, thank you, Jake, for joining us.
Sorry, Jake's also a really great person. So
yes, we love Jake. We love
awesome.
all of you. Thank you, Jake. Everyone, give Jake a round of applause. All right, if we can now have...
he like snapped back to normal as soon as he got up.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
All of the men from this season 2, please come join us and sit in the seats behind the ladies, and we'll finish up with a quick question session with the men.
Hey. What up? Hey, Matt. How are you?
Did you just call me Matt?
Is Mountain America Mormon? I think it's based in Utah, but I'm not positive. And when it's based in Utah, I mean, the odds are rather high.
Send it to him.
Oh, I'm Matt. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Pleasure.
Yeah,
Ew, Kwaku.
Ew.
Tyler, get off.
Oh my God.
So let's hear anyone that had a standout experience filming Provo.
This guy's got a mustache. That's fucking epic. We liked him.
The best
didn't we?
thing about the show for me was the people.
Shut
Remington.
up.
Why does he have the mic again? Let these other guys talk. They didn't get a chance to talk yet.
Have the mic again.
And Carson, they put together a great crew, a great group of contestants, great girls, and it was a phenomenal experience because of the people here. I remember the first night all of us guys got together, and within the first couple hours that we were together on that first night, we had all decided that we wanted to get together for a golf scramble or something. We just really clicked really well. And all these guys, these girls, Remington, Carson, the rest of the crew.
Did he bring his own
That was the best.
He's just like, hey, could you plug this into the setup for me? The interface?
I'm a producer. It's fine.
Yeah, here you go.
The show, all the people, and that's what made it a wonderful experience.
The Trump talk.
I did everything right, and they indicted me.
Surprisingly, he's not running for office right now.
Yeah.
So
But as soon as he does, I'm running too, baby.
rest assured.
So Josue and I are actually roommates now, so that's the real relationship that came
That's
out of this
epic.
show. So
Romance, hell yeah. What is your name? I can't tell who you are.
No, honestly, like I echo what Scotty and Tyler just said. We got Daniel in the building.
Daniel! Does he make it? Oh, he made the most glorious entrance.
Daniel, welcome.
And he's sitting on front row. This
Can we ask you a
is
couple of questions? So
King.
I understand that it's okay for me to mention this, but you came out on social media recently, so congratulations.
hey, thank you.
Yes!
that happened. Oh my God. Okay, this is awesome. This is epic.
So I'm curious, did your experience being on this show and having so many people watching you make it harder or easier for you to come out?
Ooh. That's a good question.
Pause it real quick. So the guy who's talking is kind of Mormon Twitter famous. I guess you could
TikTok
say.
famous too.
No, not Dan. Eli.
Oh, McCann.
That's Eli
Okay,
McCann, and he's Twitter famous.
It's funny that I don't even make the connection because I know so much of Eli on Twitter, but I have only ever seen his face in that tiny little bubble. So it's funny that I didn't even realize that's who it was.
A lawyer. He has 34,000 followers on Twitter, and I am inclined to think that they probably invited him on because he is also gay, and formerly Mormon.
That's a fair point. I
mean, I love his commentary but
he did the wrap-up show for the last one too.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I remember
maybe
that.
It's unrelated.
Yeah, because the last time we had the same revelation, I totally didn't, just went straight over my head. Doesn't he?
So anyway, that's who Eli is, a lawyer and does some.
Doesn't he write for the Tribune too?
He did at one point. I don't know if he does anymore. I thought he was in journalism somewhere along the line. But somebody asked who the blonde chick is. I have no idea.
No clue. Yeah, she wasn't.
I think I made it easier.
Last time.
To be honest, a lot of people ask me this question. They're like, "Why did you do a straight dating show if you knew you were gay?" And it's a good question to ask a gay guy. It is the
Dan is about to drop some fire.
obvious question to ask the gay guy. But I'll be honest. So what happened with I did it initially. What happened is that I put it out on social media as a joke, should I try out for this show? And obviously everyone on Provo Ho Life, shout out to all the Provo Hoes. Everyone was like, yes, do it. So I was like, I'll just put in an application for fun and see what happens. And I did, and I actually on purpose missed the first interview. Totally missed the first interview, and Remy messaged, was like, it's okay, come in for the second interview. And in that moment, I was like, I know I'm gonna come out at some point. A lot of people don't have a lot of positive images of gay people in the community. It's like, maybe if I do this show, I can bring some positive light to that we're normal people and we deserve
Keaton nodding in the background. King shit.
So
Provo Hose is an Instagram account that Dan ran for a while. I don't know if he still does it anymore.
Oh, because it was wasn't it the flip side to Provo Bros?
Yes.
Which Keaton ran.
That was a big thing for me.
Well, you're certainly not the first gay guy in Provo to try and date women. I can tell you that from personal experience. And so what has been the reaction? Has it been positive? Have you had any negative reaction to that at all?
All positive.
Great.
Everyone's been positive.
Well, that makes me wonder if when they were filming, when they were just broing around, he told B.
I'm wondering if he told B.
I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case because they're to this day really good friends, or at least friends.
They're friends. Yeah.
So
and Keaton and Dan follow each other on social media and have hung out. So just keep that in mind.
They're dope.
Thank you guys. I love you guys.
We are unfortunately running very short on time, but we just want to ask, what did we not see that you wish we had seen? All of you. That's for anybody.
Sorry, real quick. I know I had the mic for a little bit. I just want to really.
They couldn't have gotten some risers to put the chairs on or something like that.
I know, we're sitting in class.
Just let people know about some of my friends that are up here. Just what? Okay. Okay.
What is happening?
You see things and you interpret it your own way, but a lot of us are friends, and we don't want our friends to be bashed on social media because of some decisions that they would definitely take back. So please just be nice to my friends. That's all. That's it.
We can give a lot of grace for everybody who's not Scott.
Yep. Or Kwaku.
Brothers and sisters, aloha.
Oh my God, shut up.
That bombed.
You don't say.
I wanted to say that I've made some of my best friends doing this. Walker, especially, is a really good friend of mine now.
Oh, God, of course.
Wow. There it is.
I mean, Matt, meeting you has
like.
changed my life. Scott, I love
Woo,
everything.
And Scott.
And Scott.
Oh my God, this just revealed so much
about the way you just talk. It's great, right? Jake, the people on this have actually like become a part of my heart. And I think that, you watch it and you're like, you pick who you like and you put the Instagram comments and the tweets, and for some reason there's like a board in Helaman of like taking pictures of the people on campus and like stuff like that. But like
you are
behind
the
all that,
last
there's
person
actually like
to
really
be
good
talking
human
about social media,
relationships.
Kwaku.
And if anything, I'm just like, I think we're all thankful that we became friends and like really hang out with each other, and I actually love the people here. And so that's what I wanted to say. Like, this is a real thing. There's real friendship here.
Goody. I'm so glad to hear that.
If I doubted anyone for not hanging out with anybody else on the show, it would be Kwaku. So fucking fake.
Okay, so we do have to wrap up because they have another event after this. But we just want to thank all of the men.
This was actually set up for that other event.
Coming from season 2. Thank you for applying to the show and being a part of this weird process. We want to thank especially Ellie, B, and Lauren for being our bachelorettes this season.
Oh, are we checking if Kwaku has homophobic tweets? You don't have to dig. It's like right there.
He's gross. Yeah. Don't even bother.
I've never seen in a YouTube series someone who hates gay people or just queer people in general dress up in a dress so often, who is like, so, I'm so straight, and I'm homophobic, like, bro.
We love all of you guys. Wish we had more time. Feel free to get pictures with them and meet all of them kind of outside in the lobby after this. Oh, a third season of this show? Do people want a third season of this show?
Plant.
I think we're going to take a break for a little bit, but next summer we will be coming at you
all
again
the
with
people
season
that
3
came
of
to
Provo's
this.
Most
So many
Eligible.
people.
So stay tuned on our social media to learn more. And it's been a blast. It's been a crazy experience. Anything you want to say?
You guys right here are awesome. My favorite part about doing this was meeting all of you guys. It's been amazing. So thank you, everybody, for coming.
And we've had the best crew as well. We couldn't have done it without our amazing crew that helped us this season. Give it up for the crew! Woo! Thank you, guys. We'll see you later. Thanks for coming.
That is a lot of people. Wow. Okay. So that was interesting.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't bring up the bit that we're about to show off, everybody. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Do we want to do the Mo or X-Mo first, or do we want to include this little tidbit? Do we want to do the T?
I put it in the PowerPoint.
Oh, you put it in the PowerPoint. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In which case,
we'll have to find part of it, but I included part of it.
I have the episode pulled up.
I did a few things. I mainly did a life update for a lot of them because some of them, it wasn't super obvious whether they were Mormon or not. And some of them it was very obvious. And so I just gave general life updates about, who stayed together, who didn't, who got married, like all that fun stuff. And then I also included Remington.
Okay.
You
Sorry.
cannot be in charge of
It is
PowerPoint.
the magic mouse.
Oh
it's not my fault that Google also just registers whatever touch as scrolling.
I made a PowerPoint, you guys. PowerPoint is my thing right now.
I'm not touching the mouse.
I
I'm
am
the mouse.
Virgo coded. Yes, PowerPoints is my shit. So give me stuff to make PowerPoints on, and I will make it. This is technically Google Slides.
Do
but
not. Jordan has had an. She's done enough
right
PowerPoints.
Now. Give me
lately.
some more ideas. But anyway, so starting first with Remington, our beautiful fan favorite. He has a mustache now.
Whoa! College of Fine Arts and Communications graduate.
So he graduated advertising degree and a minor in film just this year. So back in May. And then he also had a short film that premiered at the Palm Springs International Short Fest.
Palm Springs?
Yeah, which is why I included that picture.
That's dope.
He also...
Maybe he stayed at the Trixie Motel?
Maybe. He also is still friends with Colin. I was able to find a picture of him and Colin at graduation, and it appears that he is single. He does not have any posts of anyone. He is the most vague as far as Mormon or not Mormon. I can't find anything that proves me one way or the other. Like, I don't see straight up Garmies anywhere. I don't see straight up church posts anywhere. Don't see any booze. Don't see any drugs. Don't see any, like, scandalous looking women. So Remington's kind of up in the air.
Dang, Remington. But what a glow up in his grad photos.
Right? So
we love it.
This is Remy.
Hey, if he is a solo king, we fucking stand regardless.
And he could be in a relationship, and I just couldn't find anything about her.
He
so
could be.
We don't know.
You know what? I'm glad that we couldn't, if that's the case, because we don't have to have everything out in public all the time in our lives. So
Floral tie says Mormon. Yes. Okay.
yeah,
So
I think I have that same exact tie.
I think you do.
I think it's a Dazzy tie.
So here are our first two that we already know didn't stay together. I screenshotted it wrong. So I'm sorry. You know he got that in Deseret book. That's funny now because you guys have been in a Deseret
No,
book.
this shirt is screaming Deseret book Easter special.
Easter special. So we have Ellie, we have Scott. I wanted to start with these because of the tea. And I timestamped.
Let's go.
I timestamped where the most important things start. I didn't do the rest of it because you guys already know, like, they broke up. And so there was a piece of this that I wasn't thrilled about with Remington, which she's going to explain to you. And then I think we should watch it so you guys can see what we're talking about.
Let's watch it first.
You want to watch it first?
I say let's watch it first. I think it has a better ring to it if we watch it first.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair
enough.
Is it this one? Or is it this? It's this one. All right, guys.
So before, explain why we're doing this.
And it's funny because we missed an episode, which was this one.
We are dumb. We skipped an episode.
Yeah. So Ellie was talking about this episode, and we were like, what the fuck is she talking about? Did they pull it or what happened? And it sounded like everything went through. And lo and behold, we go back and we're like watching it back, and there's B skydiving. I was like, we definitely did not see this. Where did we go wrong? So, yeah, without further ado, let's watch this clip. It's just
we're watching Ellie and
minutes.
Scott's date.
Yeah. I don't know how we missed it.
Yeah, we're here at the
check the
gym
audio.
studio, so I guess I'm come and make different jewelry, rings, and stuff. So I'm excited. I've seen them on Instagram, so it'll be a good time.
Okay, so we're going to talk about some different parts of the ring and what you guys are going to do here at the gem studio. We're glad you're in, and you guys are going to
Love her
design
hair.
your own ring.
Well, I mean, like, look how big that is. Oh, I found it.
Let's see if
Perfectly
people
round.
kind of
Tuck the
connect
glue
some
right there,
dots
babies.
here. No, we saw someone paragliding. Who was that?
Lauren went paragliding. B and Walker went skydiving.
Yeah. More importantly, we missed Lauren and
We missed
that
Lauren
guy
and Austin.
driving. Yeah, in the UTV.
Yeah.
So that's how I knew we had missed it.
It looks great.
Is this where we get to use the blowtorch?
Almost there.
He would want to use the blowtorch.
Looks like it, yeah.
I use the torch now, so I'm going to move everything off the fire
Yeah.
stove. And I'm going to give you the torch. Oh boy. So just make sure that you're not holding it straight like this, but a little bit of an angle.
Okay.
And when I say off, you're just going to move it onto
Sarah, all of these are live streams. You have to go to the live stream tab in our channel.
part of the fire stove. So just go back and forth. Stop. Perfect. Just back and forth.
That thing's not really perpendicular anymore. Is that okay?
That's okay, yeah.
There's a guy who's never used a blowtorch ever.
I feel like my relationship with Scott has definitely progressed faster than it did with my other guys throughout the whole process. And there was the first immediate connection I felt when I like saw his pictures and stuff. So I don't know. I really like Scott, and that has surprised me.
Make it nice and flat.
That was
golly. Calm down. I've got
too
one
excited.
mode, full intensity. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James, same.
I had to close my eyes. I didn't know where that thing was gonna shoot up to. That was a tough one. That's a touchdown in flag football. Not flag football. That's a touchdown in paper football. Look at that. 6 points.
Did people ever really play that seriously in school? I just folded it up and we would flick it at each other. That was about it. Where was Scott on January 6th? Hopefully at the goddamn Mayo Clinic. I guess he wouldn't have been
A
that far.
rumor at my birthday party.
Where he should have been.
You were almost engaged once.
Yeah, well, depends on how you define almost, I guess. I was pretty close. I had my first serious relationship at the beginning of last year, and things were going pretty well. I thought marriage was the direction in which things were heading. Yeah, we talked about it seriously for a little while, and ultimately we just weren't the best fit for each other. She was definitely a great girl, and I learned a lot from that relationship.
Dan took down his Insta. Is that for real?
I was pulling stuff from his Instagram a few hours ago.
Dan Ban Bam.
And it was a tough decision to end it, but sometimes two good people aren't a good fit. Well, yeah, I was almost engaged.
Someone's
How do you feel
smoking.
about that? Is that?
He's still there.
I mean, I don't think it would be a concern, but I'd like to.
It does kind of worry me. Are you afraid of commitment?
I don't think I am. What I'm afraid of is committing to someone and sticking with things because I want to be committed, even when really it's not the best fit.
Yeah.
That's what scares me more than committing does. I went to tech school for 3 years for ring making. This is how it's done right here.
Clearly. Could have fooled me.
This reminds me of late nights in the shop when I was doing my polishing semester for ring school. Oh shoot!
Up in the morning.
Oh, shoot.
1:45.
Scott, sing.
You wanna find
Oh, I ain't
something to
singing.
do? You brush your teeth. You brush
That song is a jam in our house.
Really is.
At bedtime.
your teeth.
I can't let myself smile at this.
Are you just here to win, Scott?
Am I just here to win? I'm here to find a real relationship. Win is just like something I do, so wherever I go, that's gonna happen.
Okay.
But
Okay.
like I said last time, I'm not here just for the sake of winning, even though it is a competition. I'm here to find a real relationship, and that's my focus.
Good answer. Is your accent?
Okay, you guys think this is cute now. Just
No.
wait.
Is my
Just
accent real?
wait.
100%. I'm from Georgia, Ellie. I talk
Wait, you
normal.
are?
I talk normal. People tell me I have an accent.
Oh.
He talk regular.
So do I have an accent too?
Yeah, you talk accent.
Okay.
Oh, that actually looks pretty nice.
Doubt
Whoa!
me? What?
No, I mean, we saw it in progress, and now we see the
Yeah,
finished
yeah.
product, and that
Thank
looks
you.
nice. All right.
Is that an
Kentucky
eyeball in that?
Blue.
On your pinky? Nice.
On the pink, that's about the only one it'll fit on. And I'm actually a little bit excited about this. How about it? Final two, here it is. I mean, night one, I didn't think it was gonna come to this, but I'm glad it has, very glad it has. Things have turned out nicely, I think. I was definitely excited for tonight. Anytime I get to spend with Ellie is time I consider special, and so tonight was a good evening.
The date was really fun. I feel like I definitely learned a lot more about Scott, and we kind of talked about some deeper things, which was good. But yeah, overall, it was a good date. I love my ring. It's so cute.
Going into the final two, I'm a little bit antsy, a little bit nervous. I feel like things between Ellie and me have developed well, so I'm happy about that. That said, I don't know where she's at with Josue.
Oh my God, it's Miss
Haven't really
Rachel.
asked. That was never really part of my plan to really ask her about where she was with the other guys.
Miss Rachel.
I loved being here at the gym studio. It was super fun. I felt like I was in my element, creating jewelry. I love crafting things like this. and making
Julia.
Pictures of
Julia.
Well, I mean,
yes, he's a
Don't
resident
worry.
at Mayo
I will
Clinic.
catch everybody up.
Okay, sorry.
Don't worry.
How deep are my feelings for Ellie? Considering we've known each other for a month and a half, I think they're deep. They're deep. I really feel something strong. And in spite of the odd nature of the show and the cameras and everything, I think we've been able to develop a real relationship, and I really feel something. So if I don't end up being the one getting picked, I'll be a little sad because there's something real there, that's for sure.
Okay.
All right, guys, you're going to be blown the fuck away with this. Let me tell you, because we were absolutely gobsmacked, bro. It was so crazy. All right, hold on. Let me go back to slideshow. Ellie T. Okay, are we ready?
So, you know, the other girls got these really...
Was this... Can we do it like this?
Really cool dates. You know, skydiving,
Welcome to the terrestrial kingdom,
and
Matthew.
paragliding or parasailing, whatever it was. You know, they did all these really cool things. I was supposed to get a hot air balloon ride. And people watching that episode assumed that I was just so boring and I didn't want to do anything cool. That is a complete lie. I got gypped. So
We don't say that, but...
basically, we never filmed our final date. Remington knew that Scott and I were gonna, you know, start dating after the show ended, so he was like, oh, it's fine, we'll just film it in a couple weeks. And I remember I told Scott several times, I was like, we're not gonna film this until the week before the episode comes out. And I was right. We filmed it a few days before the episode came out. And yeah, and so Remington would say things like, you guys can't break up, you can't break up. And I'm like, well, I can't guarantee that. Anyway, obviously, like I told you, we did break up in August, and we went on that date 2 weeks ago in November. And there's so much.
November. Remember what she said?
Remember, the series ended in the summer.
Yep.
They finished filming in July.
And then...
Oh, there's so much to this story. So Remington calls me on...
They broke up.
Thursday.
In August.
And he's like, hey. No, was it Thursday? No, it was Friday. Oh, no, Wednesday. Oh, my gosh. So he told me earlier in the week on, like, Wednesday. He's like, hey, you guys are just going to go out and have a nice dinner. And at this point, you know, I was like, I don't want to go on a date with my ex.
Stop!
Hello?
Okay, so just a brief recap. This was filmed in the summer. They wrapped up shooting in July. Ellie and Scott broke up in August. And this episode, or this part of that episode, wasn't filmed until November.
Even if we ended on good terms, when I end things with someone, I don't want to see him again. I don't want to talk to him again. I am not friends with exes. So, anyway, and he was like, you guys are just going to go to a nice dinner. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. As long as I get good food, it'll be worth it. Because we had to film this date or it would make no sense. I would have gone on 2 one-on-one dates with Josue, no one-on-one dates with Scott, and Scott wins. Like, it makes no sense. So, anyway, we were supposed to just go get a nice dinner. I was fine with that. It was whatever. Then Friday comes around. Remington calls me, and he's like, hey, we might have to reschedule the date. We were supposed to go on Saturday. He's like, we might have to reschedule it for Monday. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I planned my whole weekend around that one stupid thing that I didn't want to do. I was going to be down in Provo all weekend
basically just for that. Not just for that, but that was the event everything was surrounding. And I was like, I'm not changing this. Like, it was just stupid. And then I asked him where we were going, what we were doing, and he said, oh, you're going to go get ice cream. And I was like, I'm going to go, what? Like, B gets to go skydiving and I get to eat ice cream with my ex? How is this fair? Like, I already have the least amount of screen time. I need something. So, anyway, I was so mad. And Remington asked me, he's like, are you mad? And I was like, oh, no, I'm fine. It's all good. And then I call Afton. Afton is the one that, like, scheduled all the dates. She did everything on the show practically. And I was like, Afton, you're never going to believe what crap Remington's trying to pull. Which, by the way, Remington, if you're watching this, I have no hard feelings. You know that, right? Like, we're good. It was just this one thing was so annoying. So I'm like, Afton, are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. I was so mad, like ranting and going off. And then she was like, are you kidding me? That's so dumb. And she fixed it in 20 minutes. She booked the gem studio, and she also got like scheduled or got a reservation at Brick Oven for us to go eat out after, which didn't happen. I'll tell you that in a second. So I'm like, okay,
it just keeps going.
It keeps getting worse, right? Which I understand why Remington wanted to do this. He made a bad bet, but he still wanted the continuity for the final product, which that's reality TV, right? That they do this kind of shit all the time.
But you didn't think it was like this reality TV.
Yeah.
IMO.
You thought it was just a YouTube series, but turns out this is like network reality TV.
Right, kind
here.
of equal to the other girls' dates, kind of. So anyway, Saturday rolls around, and I didn't want to be there. But I was like, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be fine. And I thought I'd have a chance to redeem myself and be fun and whatever on the show. But I couldn't do it. Like, I walked into that room, and there's been probably a select handful, like a few times in my life, maybe 2 or 3 times that I can think of, where I instantly felt unwanted, and that was one of those times. I walked into the gem studio, and I was like, I don't want to be here. I can't do this. And so, oh, I also forgot to mention that. Let's go back for a second.
Also, she doesn't edit her video. She just lets the camera roll.
When Scott called me the first time to kind of talk about breaking up before we officially broke up, after that call, when I thought about everything and I was like, yeah, he's right, I went to bed, woke up the next day, and I was completely over it. And so if you're wondering if it was hard for me to watch the show, nope. I never missed him. I never wanted to go back to him. And I was kind of worried. Like, when we broke up and the show wasn't coming on yet, I was completely fine. But I was like, I don't want it to come back and then I'll be all up in my feelings and like, oh, you know, what a great, I don't know. But that was not the case. I never had any desire to go back to that relationship. I never missed him. So there you go. Just in case you were wondering, it wasn't hard for me to watch. I
wanted you guys to see that part too, where she's just like, nope.
Yeah.
Done. Over
Scuttle
it.
along. She doesn't even care.
It's really weird emotional disconnect. The whole time the show's been happening, it's like, I know that's me on the screen. I remember doing those things, but I don't feel anything. Like, I don't feel any sort of attachment to it, which is so weird. Anyway, so
Scott was the guy who went on the date with her. Remington was like the producer and host.
Studio date. So although I was completely over him, I still am completely over him, I still didn't want to go. And I walked in and I didn't want to be there. And it was terrible for me. It was so uncomfortable. It was just awkward and it was tense. And those are like the best 2 words I can use to describe it. And yeah, I don't even know what to say about it, but it was awful, and after that I felt like crap. So if that tells you anything. Anyway, so yeah, the Gem Studio date happened. There is a little secret there that Scott doesn't even know happened, and there's like, I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet. Maybe I'll tell you in like a week or so, but right now it's still a little secret, and then you guys can go back and watch it, and you'll see it, and you'll know what I'm talking about.
She never followed up on that, by the way.
Unfortunately, yeah, this was the last upload she ever did.
But anyway, so if you notice that Gem Studio date was a little awkward, that's why. It's because we broke up in August, and we just went on that date 2 weeks ago, and it was terrible. So there's a story. Oh, and also the reason we didn't go to dinner was partly because everyone is so uncomfortable. No one wanted to be there. And it was like everyone had kind of burst out in nervous laughter every so often throughout the day because we're like, this is so awkward. How do we cope with this? Anyway, and so yeah, we didn't go to dinner because nobody wanted to be there. Also because someone had to get home to watch a football game. And so anyway, it was me, obviously. Yeah, but that's the story behind that. And overall, even though things didn't work out, I'm still so grateful for the experience, and I'm so glad I was able to be on the show, even though it was hard.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Please
Like,
give me the computer charger.
it's right here.
So that's the tea.
And
then the other tea that I will give you guys that she mentioned in the video that I didn't have time to incorporate.
So
was before they started filming the show, Remington and the producers.
It was going. Sorry.
Remington and the producers sat the girls down and printed off all the headshots of all the guys and showed them to the girls, and the girls basically just kind of were able to identify some of their picks. So the whole like mutual dating app thing.
Yeah, no, that was a sponsorship. It was stupid.
That was a total
Didn't
crap.
we say that from the beginning? I was like, this is so fake.
I think we thought it was weird.
So, the other girls got
why
these really
does
cool
Google
dates.
Slides suck so much ass? Okay.
Anyways, and so everything seems kind of sketchy just like all around with this show, which like I get it. It's a reality TV show, but I guess I thought there would be less of that because it's like a reality TV show, like major emphasis
parody.
on the, can we even call it that? So after watching that and a few of her other videos, like her personality did not come out in the show at all. Like she was very much portrayed as like very flat, very emotionless, and she definitely has RBF. So I think that was like a big part of it. And so I think most of us thought she was just like bitchy and disengaged. And I think a lot of it was because she was probably dealing with some bullshit with the show behind the scenes, and Scott's a big pain in the ass. And so that's that. I don't think anybody is paid for this. I would imagine not. I do not think they have the budget for that, if I were to guess. Okay. Uncanny Valley Scott can go away. Let's move on to the next part.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously Scott and Ellie did not stay together, but what she said on the show, if you remember, Remy asked her if she was dating anybody, and she said no comment.
Oh.
So this was in October of 2020 that this guy proposed to her, and then they got married in January of 2021 in the Bountiful.
Not Bountiful.
Not Bountiful?
100% not Bountiful.
Yeah, it is. It looks like Bountiful.
It is not Bountiful has that little like half rotunda in the front with the doors on either side.
But this is the side.
Oh,
This is the side.
yeah. I totally forgot they had. Yeah, that's Bountiful.
Okay.
You're right.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you. So that was in January.
It was always under construction whenever
yeah, that's true.
lived
But
there,
I went through the temple in that temple. I have pictures of me sitting on that fountain, actually, ironically. So married in January of 2021, and then in June of 2021, she quits all social media. So she makes a post saying that she's happy and she's married and she's not doing social media anymore. So she stops posting on Instagram, stops posting on YouTube, and I could not find any other social media for her. So she kind of flitted off the map. And if she doesn't want to participate on social media, like, who the hell can blame her? So
shout out.
Very pretty.
What a
photos,
quick.
though.
I guess I have nothing.
I was gonna say we were October to January.
Not even. We were September. Yeah.
September to January. It's a little
to
better.
Early January.
Yeah. I templed in that temple. That's where
I templed in that temple.
That's where I did my first cult ritual.
Yeah.
In that temple.
Nice.
Okay, and then we have Scott. Lovely, lovely Scott. Graduated from BYU in 2020, and his first pick for residency, I guess, was the Mayo Clinic, and he got in. So he doesn't post very often, nor does he post anything interesting. I could find like no political takes from what I looked at. I didn't look at Twitter. It might have been a minefield that I was fit to avoid. But in all the posts he has on Instagram, no girlfriend in sight. I see nothing, and I see nothing to indicate to me that he would not be Mormon, because he recently posted a picture of himself at a BYU game. So there are some ex-Mormons who are BYU fans, but
he's a Talon P without a doubt.
He used to play for BYU also.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Who?
Talon P.
Oh, for sure.
He's a Talon P.
Never gonna get married.
Standards too high.
Standards too high. Looking for the perfect girl. She doesn't exist. Yeah. He's gonna be 50 by the time he figures it out.
When you're looking for the perfect girl, you gotta be the perfect guy.
Yep.
And you're not, dog.
You not. So that's Scott. And then we have Jake and Lauren. So I'm not going to lie. I went on a bit of a Lauren tangent in this one because I was obsessed with her wedding because she got married again.
Well, we can already tell it's not Jake.
It's definitely not Jake. So Queen Lauren, show ends in 2019. She doesn't get engaged until July of last year.
Wow.
So she was single for a minute, or like dating around for a minute. But this is her fiance at the time. Very cute. Love the photos.
I like the T-Rex situation right there.
Yep. It's cute. And then they get married in September of 2022. So he's very cute. I feel like he suits her. The whole family is there. So obviously she got married in the temple. They're standing in front of the temple door in that left picture too. And she just looked so cute at her wedding, and I just wanted to show you all the pictures because it was extra. So either her parents are loaded or his parents are loaded.
Damn.
Because this was a hell of a wedding.
They did pictures in the rotunda at the Capitol.
So that's the Capitol in Salt Lake. And then I loved her dress, like this picture on the left, and her bouquet. Wait, go back.
Sorry.
Was so pretty. And then look at the ring. That's a decent sized ring, y'all.
That's a nice ring.
That's a nice ring.
Maybe it's moissanite.
Well, and how pretty
Shout out.
the
Moissanite.
rotunda picture is. Like, oh my God. Like, how
That's
freaking
awesome.
cute is that? Obsessed. And then this is a better picture of her dress, which I thought was really cute. It looks expensive. And she did kind of what I did with my dress to make the like long sleeves because of the garments less awkward looking. If you, like, in my opinion, it looks less awkward if you take like the weird short sleeve to cover the garment and turn it into a long sleeve with lace, which is what I did.
Love that.
And I think it looks really good. But she looks so happy and so cute. So I was trying to figure out if she was Mormon or not still. And here is my very inappropriate way of figuring that out.
Jordan doing the dirty crop.
So June, she posts this picture. Those are really short shorts.
That's a skirt, dear.
Well, there's shorts underneath it.
Yeah.
But couldn't tell anything from that. Thought maybe Exmo. Was like, maybe. No. Next picture is from July 2023. I zoomed in it on the right. McKay, if you'll hover your mouse over the garment line, that is right there. Tried and true.
Tried and true.
Wait, go back. You're going too fast.
What?
You're going too fast.
Nor.
So that is definitely a Garmy line. Unfortunately, that's exactly what my leggings look like when I wore Garmin's underneath mine. So I'm very familiar with that line, and unfortunately,
line.
that still means that she is at least still Mormon. I imagine he would be. Yeah, so sorry about the crotch zoom. Lauren, you're adorable, and I love you. So yeah. And then we have Jake. I couldn't find a whole lot about Jake on
a
social
man with
media.
a podcast.
No, not a podcast.
Oh, okay.
Somebody in the chat said that he got married and divorced during the pandemic and was having a time. Somebody said they sent me a DM of that. I looked back and I did not see anything.
Maybe he removed it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, no, I looked back through our DMs and I couldn't see anything.
Oh.
There was nothing on his Instagram that pointed me to anything. Like Mormon, not Mormon. Like he's posting about his shoes still. What else is new? He did graduate from BYU. He's been tagged in like a theater company, and so he's acting still and making music. And then as of everything I saw on his Instagram, no girlfriend, it appears. So that. But then there's something else interesting that I found.
Caroline, that dress definitely was not allowed to go in the temple. She had to do the same thing Jordan did.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. Okay, so this
Georgia
was...
F. That was me. I bumped the DM to you today.
Oh, okay. Let me look again. This was 4 weeks ago. McKay, you can go ahead and read that.
Yeah, I'll read it. So Jake says on a comment on Instagram, I can't believe this is actually happening. Last year, I wrote a song about a relationship that took a turn for the worst and broke my heart. I played it for my now bandmate, Eric, and he said, I like this. Who is it by? I responded very excitedly that I wrote it. And now, after months of hard work, it's almost, almost done. I'm assuming he means. Stay posted. The song will release early September on Spotify and Apple Music. Okay.
I'm not seeing the... Send me what your username is so I can search it, because our DMs are a hot mess.
They're a hot mess.
Jen, yes, r/that happened. Like
my bandmate, Eric.
What is this?
Okay,
I think this is going to be
receipt.
copyrighted, so mute it.
Well, it's not out yet. So.
Okay. So I don't know what the music is on it. I didn't play it because I knew I wasn't going to ask you to, but that's the post and nothing interesting on his
That's
Instagram.
the tweet. Okay.
So that's it. And Obama was there and everyone clapped. Okay, wait, before you move on to the next one, this person sent me their username.
Okay. Hamburger. So yeah. Who are you? Who are you? Says C. Marie. Everybody claps. Tag yourself in there. Who were you at the Jake telling his bandmate about this song?
Okay. So apparently also he's in a band. I mean, I don't know.
I guess.
Georgia, I don't know why
if it makes you happy.
This didn't pop up. It's so weird. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Let's go here. Is that... No, that's not it. Wedding photos. Wedding photos. You say wedding photos. Jake is still... I don't know if Jake's Mormon or not. That's what we're trying to determine here. Okay, what did you say? There's a... If you check his tagged photos, there's one carousel a friend of hers posted from her bridal shower, and he's in one of the photos with her. Okay.
Oh, early September. Early September.
Okay, let's see. So we're looking for a bridal shower photo, it appears. Searching. Sorry, y'all.
How long until we give it up? Let's start a poll. Just kidding.
Georgia, send me the one you're thinking of.
We'll come back to it. How about that?
There's lots of pictures on here that could be construed as a bachelorette party. So send it to me. Okay. And then we'll come back to that. I'll leave it open. So then we have these two people, everyone's favorite. B and Walker. So first off, I know there was somebody in here who follows B. They said they would DM me. I also never found that either. So if they're in here, I will happily pull it up and look. But this is the only thing.
No, I'm just kidding.
I did. I spent hours on this. So this is the only thing I could find. This is her Instagram, which is private. You can see on there because I follow Dan, that Dan follows her. And then this picture is from her Facebook, and this was June of this year. So there's the only, like, the reason I posted this picture is because it is a low cut dress. I could have pulled that off with a Garmy top.
Jordan, your bi side is showing.
But she also could potentially have not gone through the temple yet. So there is that alternative also.
Which would mean probably unwed, right?
Which, I mean, we don't know. I mean, I could have made that work with a Garmy top.
Who knows?
I would have had to pin it, but I could have done it.
Yeah. And you're not supposed to do that, Jordan.
No, you're not.
Jordan was a bad Mormon.
I was, for multiple reasons, but not
Come
the least
on,
of
Jordan.
which we need to get into now. Okay. So let's see here.
Oh, right there.
Yep, there it is. Okay, so they did. This was like a whole thing then, huh? They just kept this under wraps.
That's his.
This would be his ex-wife
Partner?
then, if they got divorced.
Well, let's not publicize that if that's.
No, I won't share it, but it does
okay.
appear, based on confirmation from this lovely person, that there was indeed a bridal shower, and he indeed was the partner of the bride.
Oh yeah, Mormons usually don't put pronouns in bio.
So that's
unless
really
you're
kind of heartbreaking.
Unless you're like Remy, if he's still diehard Mormon, would be the kind of Mormon that puts pronouns in his bio.
I feel like.
So
it's kind of, I mean, it's not funny because nobody ever wants to get divorced, but it's ironic that Jake like did this whole song and dance with Lauren and was bitchy about her divorce at first.
Don't.
And now he's also divorced. So if that's not karma, like that's a really bitchy way for me to put that. But he was not very nice about it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, with you're not allowed to pin the Garmies. And so I would wrap mine around the center of my bra so they would stay pulled down.
It's not pinning.
That's another example of something else that I would do. Semantics.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, you weren't supposed to alter how the garments fit on you, like, in any way.
No, I know B's never been married.
Specific.
But she could have gone through the temple without being married.
Yeah.
So she could have gone and still be wearing garments. So the marriage piece of that doesn't matter. So interesting. Yep. So there's B. Now we have Walker, who gave me a lot more to work with.
Walker.
So the show ends in the summer of 19. He doesn't post a new photo of a girl until May of 2020, which is what I thought initially.
This one right here?
Yes. That was the first photo he posted of her.
Okay.
No pics of B on Instagram. Now we know why. And then he graduated in 2022 looking like a total buffoon. And then this picture in the bottom left.
How does he look younger than he did on the show? I didn't think he could look any younger. Where is this, y'all? I feel like people would know. I want to go to there.
I want to. It was like Greece, I think. It's like that.
It's not
super
Santorini.
Popular. It has all the colorful little things, the buildings, that are like right on the edge of the water. So they travel a bunch from their Instagram. Don't know what either of them do. I think both of them or one of them is loaded. And so this is just part 1. So go next. So the first post of this girl was May 2022. No, May 2020. And then after they get married, he posts this, which was in October of 2019. So it makes me wonder if him and B were still trying to work it out at this point, or if she was completely out of his system. But
I feel like that would have been over pretty quickly.
Potentially. But I thought it was interesting to include just in case, because he was the one that messaged her, and it was still 2019.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then Walker got engaged December 2021 on a boat. No less.
Yeah, somebody's fucking
Did I say loaded or did I say loaded? And then they got married in April 2022, and she is exactly what I would have expected him to marry, in my opinion.
Why does this look like it's from a fucking Aqua de Joe
commercial? Like, yes, totally.
Like, what even? Or this? Like, what is this setup? This is just screaming rich as shit.
That's why I included that one.
Holy
like the sparkly jumpsuit, especially. Yeah. That's like a status symbol in Utah. If you're like in the sparkly jumpsuit coming out of your wedding, like.
I've never
Italy.
seen that before.
There you go.
Oh, it's in Italy?
I am not well traveled, so I have no idea where anything is. So
I've never been across the pond, so.
The jumpsuit thing with Mormons, I don't know if this is traditional of other weddings, but like when you leave to go on your honeymoon, you do like the walk out of the temple or the reception hall and you change into something else, and then people do like sparklers or, you know, some kind of thing as you get into the car to drive to your hotel, which not everybody did that. I didn't do that. I changed out of my wedding dress, which was 10 pounds heavier because it was wet, because it was snowing, and into jeans and a hoodie. No, leggings and a hoodie. And that's what I went to our hotel in. So that was very like Instagram worthy of me.
True.
But, you know. So that's those two. Oh, there's a post from B in here. Let us see.
Liked by Keaton.
Liked by Keaton. Okay, let me peruse this to see if I want to say this out loud.
Don't pull an Ethan.
Dead air.
Sorry. I don't know what else to do. You're yelling at me for going forward, so.
Just talk. I gotta read through this. There's a lot here.
I'm talking. Baloney's over there acting real cute. I love Baloney. He pretends to love me every time. Yeah, he is trying to smolder right there. You showed up to your Mormon wedding night in style.
Yeah, tell them what else I did.
Oh, she showered.
That's like part one of what's important of that.
What is that part one of?
Because when we got to the hotel and we got in the elevator, what did I tell you to do?
Stand on the other side.
Yeah, and don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
Yeah. So this whole like...
She says that a lot now.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so this post from B is...
I'm stinky.
Shut up. This post from B is interesting because it's basically just her talking about how it says, important message, there's always going to be someone prettier than you, and that's okay. When I first met Ellie and Lauren for our initial bachelorette meeting, I was stunned at their beauty. My first thought was, welp, I'm going to have to be the funny one. I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I feel like we should talk about it. We as women are so quick to compare our appearances, and we've become more insecure or feel less valuable if we believe the other girl is prettier than we are. I see this happen when we stalk an ex's new girlfriend, looking for anything wrong that we can point out. And then she talks about what's wrong with that way of thinking and how beauty's in the eye of the beholder and how someone looks is the least interesting thing about them. And she ends with, so yes, someone else in the room might be prettier than you are. Who gives a flying fork? Remember, you give so much more to the world than your face. So she is adorable. Still, stand by that.
Only cute people can make posts like that.
Oh my gosh. So that was adorable.
It just doesn't ring the same way when somebody
Thank you to whoever sent that. That's her last post on social media.
fuck.
Okay, so it's been a minute since she posted too. Damn, all these people just like fell off the map.
Damn.
Okay.
Boom.
And then we have Keaton. And I know I said I was going to reach out to Keaton, and that was completely and 100% my plan. And then Ruby and Jody got arrested, which basically derailed every other fucking thing that could have possibly been on my list at that point. So, Keaton is very much ex-Mormon vibes. He is drinking in that left photo.
That's a copper cup, baby.
So, that was indicator number 1. And he is very adorable. Like, this photo on the right is the most recent one that he posted, like, just within the last few weeks, I think. So very adorable, very cute. And then his Instagram bio says that he's working in Arizona politics. And then in 2020, he was working at the Capitol. That's the Utah state capitol behind him. And he was working under a legislator that I actually knew from when I was in the teachers union. And so he was definitely didn't feel to me like he was vibing on the conservative side when he was working in the legislature.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. So that's Keaton. I think everybody's making fun of my accent.
Keaton. No, we're saying Keaton and Keaton.
I know,
like
I have a Utah
way.
accent. It's fine. Someone please tell Keaton about sunblock.
Yeah. Oh, fucking A. I got sunburned yesterday. It's the worst.
So anywho, love this for him. He's adorable. I could not find like a very obvious girlfriend anywhere on there. It seems like he has a lot of friends, hangs out with a lot of people. Dan's on there at least once where they hung out together. And so we love this for him. He's single as far as I know.
He was Yang Gang.
Yeah.
In 2020.
So that's Keaton.
Keaton.
And then Josue.
Josue.
So, interestingly, I don't know if he said this in the beginning. I thought he was at BYU. But maybe he didn't say he was at BYU because he graduated from UVU this spring.
Oh.
In accounting. So, he just graduated from school, and then he got engaged to his girlfriend in September of 2020, and they got married, from what I can tell from these photos, in October of 2020 or by the end of the year. So, they were quick.
Holy shit.
And then I wrote at the top, ironically, her name is Ellie.
Most ironically, her name is Ellie, but she looks like Lauren.
She does kind of look like Lauren. That's a good point.
Yeah. I was like, hold up. We saw Lauren getting married. Oh, that's not Lauren.
Yes. Somebody says
He's so toot.
His LinkedIn says he was student Democrat club VP at BYU. Well, that would make a hell of a lot of sense because he was working with the one legislator that I'm familiar with that's a Democrat.
Lauren Dupe.
Lauren Dupe. But I thought she was really cute, and he just graduated from school, so they had posted a picture of them going to the temple very recently. So Josue is still very much Mormon.
He's Mormon. And
then we have Austin. Graduated 2022. The difference in a year, very different, these two photos, in my opinion. And he is still Mormon. He has like churchofjesuschrist.org in his bio still. And he's currently doing art stuff. Like, he's still painting. And a lot of his stuff, like, looks really good.
Yeah, this picture right here is giving I am deeply pained inside, and this is giving let's go spark one up. So I feel like graduating did him a lot of good. I like this picture on the right here.
Yeah. A year in between, he seems less obnoxious. No girlfriend in sight from what I could see. Lots of family pictures, but no girlfriend. And
live your best life.
I mean, he is cute, so.
We have no qualms with Austin aside from the karaoke incident, so.
Yeah, I mean, there is the facial hair, so that brings up an interesting point.
Yeah, it doesn't really mean anything after you graduate.
I guess.
Unless you work for the church, then it's significant.
No, and he does art, so.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So there's nice. Austin.
But wouldn't have thought the beard is temple appropriate. It's fine so long as you you're not in like a leadership position in the church, like in the bishopric or stake presidency or beyond, or the stake high council. So usually is nothing.
And then Dan, the OG. I just picked some pictures off of his Instagram.
Look at this.
I know, right? He's actually been
Awesome.
doing some more stand-up comedy lately. He just posted
little sketches.
Yeah. He's
funny.
posted more of that recently. And then I, of course, had to put on there the picture of him interviewing students on BYU Provo campus. And then when he was, formally sent that cease and desist letter by the church telling him to stop doing that. And so I included this Instagram video because I think it's super funny. I'm pretty sure the audio is copyrighted, so we can't play the audio, but it's funny nonetheless.
Oh, yeah, the audio is definitely copyrighted.
Yes. But when the school sends you a cease and desist because their students would rather die than watch a porn video. And the video is just as funny. I mean, it's better with the audio. But I mean, look at this. He's so cute. I love it so much. So he hasn't done videos on BYU campus, I don't think, since then. So...
Yeah.
And he has some really funny reels on his Instagram. Like, he has some Jane Austen remake reels right now that are really funny. And so I included his social media up here so you can find it. The Dan Ban Bam is his profile on Instagram and on TikTok, so you can follow him there. So... And then
you put Ben in there. Oh,
I did put Ben in here.
Our most hatery haters.
I know we're
the
Ben,
most hatery haters.
but there's a
He's
reason
such
I included this because I couldn't
dipshit.
find any social media for him anywhere, and then I did find them, and they're all joint accounts. Every single one
He's
of them.
a joint accounter.
Is a joint account with his wife. So I thought that was freaking hilarious, and he is like semi bald in this.
Bald.
Not
bald. Bald.
I'm not sure what's happening here, if he like really shaved his head for this. It appears that the girl from this is the same girl that appeared on the show during that whole like dramatic debacle.
Yeah, when he just made his dramatic exit.
Yeah.
Because he was too cool for school.
So that's the same girl, it appears, but they have a joint Instagram and a joint Facebook account. So that's pretty funny to me. What are you doing? Oh, and then I think there's one more that was the funniest to me. Yes. Mikey. There's a few things that I found amusing on this for a few different reasons. So let's just look at the bio first for a second. So we have Mikey Martin, King Obsession. You win some, you lose one. Billionaire in the making, LDS, praying hands, and then a bunch of links. And then, of course, he had to make himself a shirt. So, McKay, will you take us off the bottom right?
Take us off the bottom right. Oh. I'm seeing what you're saying. There we go.
So now you can see his shirt, which says billionaire in the making. How embarrassing is this? I'm mortified for you. And then his girlfriend is on the left. They look pretty like serious. Seems like she's been around for a minute, and they seem very involved with each other's lives. And then I don't know if anybody of you recognize the guy in the middle. I'm very interested to see if any of you diehards know who this guy in the middle is. If you know who it is, let me know. If you do know who it is, it's because you've watched it on our show.
Am I supposed to know?
Once I tell you, you're going to be like, oh. But I want to give people a chance. If you're a patron or a member of ours for a while, you've seen this guy before. Then why aren't they married?
I don't even fucking remember.
It's a good question, Jen. It's a good question. I didn't really scroll back that far, so I don't really know how long they've been together, but... And then I included this photo in the middle, not only because I recognize the guy in it, but if you notice, the logo in the left corner is The Mikey Martin Show.
A man with a podcast.
So, Clint Pulver. I barely know her. His girlfriend does kind of look like Emily Osment. He looks
Kinda.
so familiar. All of you oldies have seen him, but not enough that I feel like you would remember him. Clint Pulver is one of the actors in the new version of Saturday's Warrior.
Oh my God, are you for real? Who does he play?
The
elder.
Yes.
Yes.
He's one of the elders, the very obnoxious one.
Yeah.
Kessler.
Elder Kessler.
Kessler. So this is the guy who played Elder Kessler in the new version of Saturday's Warrior, which we watched that a long time ago. If you're new here, you would have no idea what we're talking about, which is totally fine. But that's why those of you who have been around probably are going, oh my God, I know him now.
Right.
But he's been in probably nothing else that you guys would have seen. So that's like more than fair.
Before I was patron. Yeah, this is a while ago. And then even then, it was like
a disaster.
It was a fucking disaster trying to
have
get it going.
The old version of Saturday's Warrior, which is a crazy Mormon play, still on our Patreon. And if you're a member, you can also watch it, like a YouTube member. You'll have to scroll back pretty far, but it's called Saturday's Warrior.
It was an entire year ago.
Yeah.
All the way. Yeah.
It's so good, though.
Oh man, imagine throwing it on a fucking t-shirt. You're like, yes, I am champing at the bit to exploit labor.
I can't think of anything less billionaire in the making than writing
that on your shirt. That's some self-help shit that you see the bull right.
Yes.
Like
Hanbro MLM vibes to the extreme.
Hey, bro, I haven't talked to you in a long time, but how would you like to join my fucking pyramid scheme?
To become a billionaire in the making, man. Right. So, yeah.
Billionaire grind set, homie.
So that's everyone.
That's everyone.
That I thought was important that we would actually remember. Everybody else was kind of just like...
whoever, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know anybody else's name aside from these six.
Well, I looked through all the other people and I was like, we didn't really talk about any of these people.
AI of Businessman McKay. Yeah. Hell yeah. Crypto bro, NFT bro vibes. For real, baby.
For real.
For real.
So, there you go. There is the Where Are You Now for season 2 of Provo's Most Eligible.
That does it.
That does it.
Crazy. We're at the end of this ride. And now,
Bea
unfortunately...
accepted my follow request. I wonder if she would request us if we followed her.
You should do it.
I don't want to make her feel violated.
I don't know. What does everybody think?
I don't want to make her feel violated because
bad. Yeah,
she's still Mormon.
She doesn't need to talk about it.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway,
although we would love to have her. We don't ever do like guests or anything, but we would definitely make an effort. Her or Keaton.
So questions, thoughts, feelings, emotional outbursts. I'm ending things with you like I end with my clients.
I guess we have been pretty nice.
Yeah, that's my thought. Is if I have to request her,
private is private. Yeah, I do the same thing, but yeah, I do the same thing. People try to request me. You can follow my threads. It's unhinged, but my Instagram is private. I only accept people that I know.
Well, and that's why, even though I got stuff about Jake, I'm not gonna put any of it on the screen. So, anyways,
oh yeah, especially because it's some other person that didn't need to be.
That's involved in this now.
Yeah, didn't need to be roped in.
Anywho,
Mikey Martin King obsession. Bro didn't even read the Book of Mormon.
No, not at all.
The Book of Mormon explicitly warns against the dangers of monarchs, which is like the one thing in the Book of Mormon that I'm like, yeah, that's a good point.
So,
sorry to my Commonwealth folks.
Make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure that if you like what we do, then you can support us in many ways, including by becoming a member of the channel, which you can do by clicking the join button, or you can also join us on Patreon for ad-free and exclusive content. This has been lovely and enlightening for
and
us.
Fun.
After today, we needed some levity, so thank you. Final thoughts: don't date people who collect eggnog containers.
Yep, that's weird.
Yes.
Jordan tried to throw me under the bus with that one. She's like, "Oh, all your milk caps on the top of the fridge."
It's true.
It's not the same. They're Pogs. I'm just stacking them up so I can donate them because they do a donation thing. They do.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Okay.
Jordan, thank you.
Yes, Fundy Fridays collab on Friday, announced by Jen just now. Next stream, that's a good question.
I don't know what we're gonna do next stream. Yeah, this was like a mindless easiness.
We just had to plop down and watch the episode with you guys.
So,
oh my gosh,
we'll have to do some stuff.
Julia's gonna join with your birthday money. You're so sweet. We love you, Julia.
And Sunny gifted a membership.
Oh my God, Julia, you got a membership.
Can she?
Now you don't have to use your birthday money.
Can you pick who you gift a membership to?
I don't think so.
That's insane.
If that
is
was
the
totally
thing.
random, that's crazy.
Am I a hoarder? Maybe. I have gotten better because I don't know. I just collect trinkets for no reason. Like I'll save boxes. Oh, never know boxes for my trinkets or whatever. But or like, oh, what if I need to return this electronic thing or whatever? I've never needed to do it. Just fucking throw the box away.
Julia, yes.
Yo, it's random. That is the most unlikely thing. Somebody had logged in today and they're like, what the hell? I'm a member. I think it was Caroline or
it might have been Rebecca.
It was somebody who I see a lot of times, and they were like, hey, how did I get a subscription? So I don't know how YouTube does it, but I'm glad that we could save Julia her birthday money.
Yes.
It's because you're neurodivergent. Yeah. Yeah. I see all those by GF, neurodivergent, BF memes on TikTok and shit. I'm like, God damn. I guess I'm not. They picked the right box to put us in.
I guess so. What time Pacific for the collab? That is up to Jen.
Is this going to be a live event?
I do not know the answer to that.
We're also supposed to be doing a live event.
We're recording tomorrow.
Oh, okay. We will be doing a live event with...
Don't say anything yet.
Oh, I'm not allowed to?
No.
Okay. Well, some people know.
We did get in touch with Natalie, so we'll just leave it at that.
There you go. Well, now you've already... We've already said the whole thing now.
Well, that was kind of your fault.
This week in Mormon news, we could do that. I think we've always kind of done that whenever there's something big that comes up. This week, especially not because of what's been going
on. Yes. I think newest stream we'll have to think about. So I need you guys to know my 2-year-old said, how do you do Iggy when he saw the iguana in the exhibit at the Science Museum yesterday? Oh my God, that's so cute.
How do you do, Iggy?
It's adorable. Our kid freaked out over the Komodo dragon today.
Oh, he was so stoked. Of course, it's the last stop on our loop around the reptile house. And I'm like, whoa, look at all these cool things. He's like, let's see the Komodo dragon. Let's see the Komodo dragon. I'm like, please just stop. There's a capybara. There's a fucking two-toed sloth up there. Please look. Enjoy this with me.
I can premiere the video later than usual so they actually have time to actually watch. Oh, cool. Okay.
That would be great.
Also join the Discord. We have a really nice community in there, especially if you want to talk
It's popping
passenger
off.
stuff.
I would like to thank everybody in the Discord who is keeping me engaged in it, because the last several months I had not even logged in at all, and it was just kind of what it was. But I like that we're getting new life into the Discord, doing cool stuff. There's all kinds of shit you can go talk about 8 passengers and stuff like that. It's free, like, obviously.
So many
So.
Julias in the chat.
Yeah, what's up, all the Julias, Julies, Juliets?
Lots of Julia.
Yeah.
Julie.
I touched a stingray today. I thought about punching one for Steve, but you know.
Oh my god. So, anyways,
the intrusive thoughts.
Georgia, is it not letting you in, or is it not like giving you the little assigned thing?
Yeah. Once you have your Patreon and your Discord linked, you can just click the invite, and it should just automatically apply your permissions. You don't have to do anything through Patreon, so you can just go in the description here, and the invite works.
Everybody's yelling at you for animal abuse.
It's not animal abuse, guys. Do you not care about Steve Irwin? Come on.
Steve would not appreciate you punching a stingray, is what they say.
You know what?
Punching stingrays.
I don't think we should speak for the dead. Thank you.
McKay would never punch an animal.
I would never punch an animal, no.
Okay. Lets me join, but then doesn't actually let me join. Invite doesn't add it. We've had this problem before.
What have we done in the past? Try leaving the server. If you were already in there and you joined the Patreon, I could see where it might get issues. Try leaving the server and then rejoining.
Yeah.
That's usually like the first thing you want to do.
So do that. Be nice to the stingrays, McKay, and
no promises.
Video tomorrow.
This is personal.
Bindi is friends with Lawson Bates' wife. Ew.
Oh, that's disappointing.
So, small world connection. No kidding. Did you want to show the cats? Is that what you were prepping to do?
I was, and my application was working on Sunday, and now it's not. So it's just crashing. I'm kind of sick of it because I paid like $20 for the app, the pro version of the app that is supposed to give you higher rate and everything. So
boo. We'll show
love
below
that
to the camera.
I can't.
Bring him up there.
No, he's laying there, so peaceful. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't want to interrupt him.
Everybody's already mad at you for your animal abuse, so.
That's fine. You guys have to understand, this is a personal vendetta. I would never do anything like that. I love bears and all animals.
Tried the instructions from Discord, but no dice. Anyone knows we'll get there. Just happy to support. Okay, I'll have McKay message you when we get off here. So did you put a thumbnail out already?
Bindi Irwin is who people are talking about.
Steve Irwin's daughter. Everyone's saying exploit the cat. Don't wake the baby. No mad. Not mad.
Do we need to do a poll?
Respect the sleepy kitty. Give us the cat. I want to see the orange boy.
He's just a sleepy little guy. Don't mess with him.
Get Thomas.
I don't know where Tom is. He's not behind you over there on the blanket, is he?
No, he's not.
He's probably upstairs on the spinny chair.
Baloney.
Yeah, that's
nah,
a no.
He's asleep.
That's a no. Anywho.
Stream on Tuesday. Video tomorrow. 8 passengers update coming at some point.
Yeah, at least not until I'm sick and tired of it. So, at least not until the arraignments.
I'm sick and tired of it, and I'm sick and tired of it all. And I'm sick and tired of everybody's opinions about it. Not you guys though. But anyways, thank you for being here. We love and appreciate all of you. You make it possible to do what we do. We wouldn't be able to do this without your support. And I think that's it.
Peace and love. Peace and love. We love you.
We love you.
Good night.
And see you later.
Bye.
Bye.